In today's video, the whole family and myself are going to be attacking the firewood. We've been dropping trees, we've been cutting them up, we've been splitting them, and we've been stacking them in the woodshed. And guys, if you're interested at all in log splitters, you're going to want to check out this Splitfire 2265 log splitter that I got. It's got a very cool, unique design. It is built heavy duty and it splits wood very fast. And of course, since we're out in the heat doing all this firewood stuff, we're probably going to have to jump in the pool. They call this, right? Partridge habitat. They like to hang around underneath stuff like this. The hawks can't get down at them. So a few months back, me and my wife got some yellow birch from out at the deer camp, brought it back to the house for firewood, and that's what I was cutting on today. And now we just need to get it split. I got this Splitfire log splitter last season, and I have been super happy with it. One thing I'm sure you're going to notice right away when we're splitting with it is that this log splitter splits in both directions, okay? It splits on the extension of the hydraulic cylinder and it splits on the retraction of the hydraulic cylinder. So as you can imagine, that makes splitting much, much faster. Now, this past winter, we got a new wood stove for in the house. And that wood stove actually has a chamber above the firebox where you can bake with it. So it's kind of like an oven. Now, the manufacturer recommends that when you are cooking or baking with it, that you use smaller pieces of wood. That makes it much easier to control the heat of the wood stove, and of course, especially the heat that you're going to be using to bake or cook. So that makes me even more happy that I got this Splitfire log splitter, because I'm going to be doing even a little bit more splitting than I normally would in the fall to kind of accommodate that new wood stove. I did a full review video last season on this log splitter, so if you're at all interested, I'll leave some links below and you can check that out. And I'll also leave some links to the Splitfire website. So before we get into splitting the wood, I'm going to gather up the troops and we're going to head out into the woods and grab the firewood from that tree that I cut earlier in this video. Okay. And as you'll notice, it's actually about 2 months later.
Did this get knocked down by like wind or?
This
tree?
No, I cut it.
Oh, you did, okay.
It was kind of dead on the top.
All right.
Yeah, look out, Perry. Working person gets the trail. Look out, working person gets the trail.
What?
I wish this trail was better.
Make it better.
Hardly a trail.
Working person gets the trail, okay.
It's difficult to pick up too.
Ooh, ouch. Gosh. I dropped that one right on my foot. You want a third? Do you want a fourth?
Working man gets the trail. You gotta scoot over to the side.
Yeah, it's not particularly easy.
I think it's very easy. Okay. Nah, not just for a few like that. It's no biggie. So, Millie, Nick, you can go ahead and start that up. I'll just cut over there where it won't be dangerous. So if you want to split, and then Millie, if you want to load him, you see how he loads that.
Yeah.
Just always make sure there's a piece for him to grab. That's the main thing.